let's start with the first one, carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are of two basic kinds, complex and simple. We would like most of our carbohydrates, or a lot of our carbohydrates, to come from the complex group. But in general, I want to say carbohydrates are not the bad guy that some people make them out to be. Sometimes we see on TV low carbohydrate, this and that, just like for a period of time we said low fat, this and that. We need all of the macronutrients, and again, carbohydrates are the main source of energy in our diet and should be. We do need considerable complex carbohydrate, those things that come in whole grains, vegetables, and fruits. They supply fiber to the body, which is very important to digestion and prevention of disease. For males, the general recommendation is that you get at least 38 grams or about 152 calories of complex carbohydrates. For females, 25 grams or 100 calories a day. Fiber contributes in many ways. It can help reduce cholesterol, things like oat bran, fruits and vegetables. It also can reduce the risk of colon cancer. Things like wheat bran and grains are very important. So fiber is an important type of carbohydrate. Simple carbohydrates, on the other hand, including things like very simple sugars, soda, candy, and sweets, go directly into the bloodstream, and such things as simple sugars included in soft drinks such as sucrose and fructose are not the kind of thing that we would like to take a lot of, and they can account for some of the fat gain in our society. An interesting point is, for example, if you took a sugared soft drink every day for a year, that would account for 15 extra pounds per year. So a person who consumes a lot of soft drinks might cut back on that, and that might be a way to cut calories. No more than 25% of your total carbohydrate intake should be from simple sugars. A trend in carbohydrate consumption over the years has been from 1900, when we had most of the calories we consume by percentage as complex. As you can see, gradually over a period of time, the complex carbohydrates have decreased and the simple carbohydrates have increased, primarily because of more people consuming fructose, sucrose, the kinds of things that are in soft drinks and candy. A very important indicator of how much simple sugar versus complex sugar a product has is called the glycemic index, and it's an indicator of the food's ability to quickly increase your blood sugar level, which you wouldn't particularly want. A high count of 70 or above would be very simple sugars that I've described, moderate 45 to 75 fruit and pasta, and a low would be complex carbohydrates. And this gives you some idea of why you would want to diminish your simple sugars and increase your complex carbohydrates. Remember, when you look at this glycemic index, a spoonful of sugar could be classified as moderate because it's a small portion, but equal portion size of simple sugar would certainly be a high index. So the amount of a food has to be considered when you're calculating the glycemic index.